If you get out of bed in the morning and you tell yourself you're going to work, then with all due respect, you're doing it wrong. You need to reinvent yourself. You need to find your passion, your purpose, your raison d'être. You know, what was the reason that you were put on this earth? You got to find what you love doing most in life. And so if you feel like that, it's time to start over. It's time to start over. And so you might ask yourself, well, I just don't like what I'm doing, but I don't know what I want to do. You know, I don't know if I can find enjoyment in any activity. Well, here's what you do. I'm going to ask you two questions. Number one, if you're given a month off and you're not allowed to work or go to classes if you're in school for a month, and you're not allowed to travel, you have to stay close to home, what are you going to do with your time? Whatever answer you come up with is what your profession should be, your passion. You know, it's worst thing you can do is listen to other people who try to live your life for you and tell you what to do and what to be when you grow up. I think you know what I'm talking about. That's a recipe for disaster. And usually when other people tell you what to do, it's in certain job functions that people have historically made a lot of money in. But I promise you, people in those industries are not happy for the most part. So for example, if your parents have told you you have to be a lawyer, do you know any happy lawyers? Unless you're a civil rights lawyer, then God bless you, I love you. But really? You really want to be a lawyer? You might be lying. You okay with that? Anyway, just do what you're most passionate about. If you're younger, and a lot of people are going to hate me for this, and I'll probably get some thumbs down. But if you're younger and you love, or older, you love video games, then you know what? Maybe you should be a gamer. You know, maybe you should be a vlogger. You know, maybe you should work in software or in the computer industry. A lot of people here in Silicon Valley that love what they do. You know, they work in software or hardware. They're gamers. They always have been. They love video games. They love video games. And it's bizarre because, and it's fascinating at the same time, people here in Silicon Valley and people that work in technology globally, they love what they do. And you don't see that as much in other industries. It's interesting. And if you can, try to observe the younger generation and how they communicate and what forms of media they consume. And I look at my kids and it's so interesting. My kids don't watch TV, they watch YouTube. You know, they love this thing called Twitch, which I will set up a Twitch account soon, I promise. And for those of you who don't know what Twitch is, it's a video streaming service for video gamers. And Amazon bought the company for $400 million, which is basically nothing considering how big this company is getting. And what these video gamers do, and there's a huge business model around this. What they do is they live stream their games over Twitch. It's a massive, massive business model. And I think we're going to get to a point in our lives where Major League Gaming is a bigger industry, much bigger industry than the Major League Baseball, the NBA, soccer, football, golf, whatever, all of them combined. Because online gaming is really scalable. And also because the big networks don't own the content. You do. This is your content. You're the gamer. Anyway, so I think that encouraging people and encouraging yourself to do what you're most passionate about will lead you to being incredibly successful and happier in life too. You know, Mark Twain had that great quote, and I know I overuse this. You know, Mark Twain said that the two most important days in your life are, number one, the day you're born, and number two, the day you find out why. And the reason why, or when you find out why, it usually has to do with something that makes you happy. Video games, whatever it is, I don't know, but just take that, think about it when you take a month off of work or school, hypothetically speaking, you can't travel, what do you do with your time? That should be what you do your whole life. Next up is this, another way to figure out what you want to do or be in life. Who is a rock star to you in business? You know, who is your Bono or Mick Jagger or Paul McCartney or Drake represent Toronto. Who are they to you? Who's your rock star in business? Is it Sir Richard Branson? You know, is it J.K. Rowling? You know, if it's J.K. Rowling, you should probably be a writer. You know, is it Oprah? If it is Oprah, maybe you should be a TV personality. So how do you figure out how to make it like Oprah did, or J.K. Rowling did, for example, or Sir Richard Branson? Read their biographies, or go to audible.com and listen to their biographies, because they're sharing with you their blueprint, their success manual, so that you can learn how they made it. And I'll tell you one thing, I know for sure, and I don't know those people, although I do look up to them. Go ahead, please. They can't hear me, but they can go ahead. Those three aforementioned people, they failed more times than you and I have combined. So you got to be comfortable with failure and embrace failure and see it as a badge of honor, because every time you fail, you're getting closer and closer to realizing your goals in life. I always park right by the exit here because I'm worried that somebody's gonna break into my car. Anyway, sorry, that was a little off topic there, but just, you know, follow these people on Twitter that you look up to. And see how positive they are as well. No one that's very successful is negative, because negative people are quitters. They give up after one or two failures. And when you fail, they say to you, see what you get for trying? There you go. Screw that. Cut those people off, by the way. But just be willing to fail over and over and over again, like Oprah did, like J.K. Rowling did, like Sir Richard Branson did. Failure's a badge of honor. And you got to live your life for yourself, and not try to impress anybody else. Take that risk. Take that risk. All right. If this was helpful, and only if this was helpful, please click the like button and subscribe. And as always, I will see you mañana. Thank you.